moment of realising that we were feeling overwhelmed, that we had actually quite high levels of sickness across the organisation, and that we had an awful lot on our plates. So we had lots and lots of different projects and activities that were all vying with each other for our attention. And that sense that beyond us there were so many needs and opportunities that we could respond to as an organisation. And I think in that moment of overwhelm, we felt just the need for more space, and that we thought we'd do something experimental and clear our diaries and take time to reflect.
And I think I said at the beginning that, or before, when we were talking about doing the process, that it was actually the danger for us is it's not that we're going to take time out from doing the important work we do. The danger for us is not doing reflecting and not reflecting on what we do, because it's important that we create at the center of this movement a learning cycle, and if we're not learning from what we're doing, then I don't think we're really doing transition, and I don't think we can support people doing transition.
The action learning cycle kind of reflects the pattern of activities that we all go through when we do things. In particular, it highlights a major problem that we have, spending too much time in the action and the experience, and then cycling between the two in a hamster wheel of frenetic activity. And what the action learning cycle teaches us to do is to think about stepping out of that cycle, moving into reflection, which is slowing things down, giving a pause, looking at what happened with curiosity and receptiveness, and then to move into an analysis phase, which is making meaning of the reflection, and then to use that to go into a planning phase, which is the precursor to going into doing. And it's all about making good decisions and doing the right thing and doing it well.
Reflection takes time. It takes time to really build a good container, and the better container you build, the deeper you can go. And I think we practiced going very deep in some of our reflections, with the result that we didn't go far, or as far as we want, but that feels important, that we know that we can do deep reflections, and this is what we have to do it.
Felt like quite a brave thing to do, but also felt really necessary for an organisation like us.
I think to take 3 days out every month over a 3-month period to sit and reflect with your colleagues felt like, on some level, like an outrageous luxury, like some kind of a naughty treat. And but actually, once the process started and once we were really immersed in it, it felt like an entirely natural way to actually become more productive, because you really get to reflect on where you are and what you're doing, and all those things when you're just dashing around and busy and you're so task oriented, to actually be able to stop, reflect, be with each other, and talk about the things you don't normally get to talk to isn't actually an outrageous luxury. It's a necessity, really.
It really helped just to take that pause in my day-to-day doing of work, just to take a step back and evaluate and reflect on what we're doing.
I think it gave a great richness to our way of working together. It helped us bond. And it gave me a much deeper awareness of other people's capacity issues and other people's challenges and workflows.
Being able to take that time out to actually take that step back has meant that we can think a lot more about am I doing the right thing in my job? Is this the right way to do it? And it's contributed now towards being able to be much more clear about what my work plan is, and am I doing the right thing, and thinking about how to embed reflection in my work process. So it was a really worthwhile exercise, I think.
I genuinely felt much more grounded having gone through that process. There's something, it must have innately triggered in me. I found my relationships with my co-workers were deepening unexpectedly going through the process.
I ended up with a sense of how important it was for my personal resilience and for the organisation's resilience that we let go of the sense that we could do everything, or that we could possibly respond to all the opportunities and demands and needs there are as we stand alongside this incredible movement that is transition. We let go of the idea that we could respond to all of it and think together, feel together, where are the pieces that we can be of most assistance, where can we have most impact.
It was also fun. We did it in a really beautiful space, and we hung out together in the evenings, and we went out for meals, so it wasn't all this kind of intense process. It was a lot of fun.
I felt like I had such a fantastic time in each of the different chunks that we spent together. It was such an amazing way to get to know each other, and to really, for me as a new member of the team, it was such an amazing opportunity to really witness the levels of emotional intelligence within the team, and just the real subtleties of people being very sensitive to paying attention to all the other group members, and it felt pretty unusual and unique to land in a team that were operating in that way.
A big thing that perhaps we didn't think about before was just how important it was to take time away from our desks and be together. I think the social side of it was quite a big chunk of it, as much as what we're reflecting on. So we had time to actually get to know each other a lot better, which would then hopefully make a better team work.
We are living in a very fast-changing world, and we are part of it. And we want to have a little bit of that change. And the only way to do it is to stop, to inject some energy on that stop, and to reflect as a team, not only one member or another member. And for me, this is really useful because I tend to do it myself, but sometimes I feel alone in that process. So it is a good thing to do it as a team.
The aim for me is that our output becomes much, much better. As a result of stopping the busyness, pausing, our output becomes better and more meaningful.
I also found that we could look at areas of tension much, much more easily. For some reason, it helped us have difficult conversations, and I'm not really sure why that is, but that was one of the side effects of it, which is really welcome, because having difficult conversations, going where the tension is where you find where the most fruitful changes are.
It developed our ability to collaborate together, and it showed the importance of taking the time to go through a process and develop ideas together.
I felt the benefit of unexpected insights from other members of the team, and an opportunity to share what was feeling difficult and what was feeling exciting and what was feeling interesting for the future. That opportunity to share it with others just felt I could feel that sort of sinking into me and giving me a sense of renewed connection and purpose in sort of everything that I did.